I want the straight people to listen very, very, very closely. I want you to turn up your radio so you understand this.
Straight people?
Straight people especially. Tomorrow is Call-In Gay Day.
Call-In Gay.
So if you're a straight person and you're feeling a little under the weather, you should do whatever the hell it takes to make sure you go to work tomorrow. Or, boy, are you going to be ridiculed the day you come back.
I'm feeling a little under the boyfriend.
I guess they came up with the activists are encouraging people to call in gay on Wednesday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, call in gay.
Can you imagine some, like, hardcore, straight iron worker?
Yeah.
Has no clue when he calls it tomorrow.
Feeling a little sick today. Oh, yeah? A little sick, huh? Yeah, I'm not going to make it in. Oh. So who do we got? Who's going to take over for Steve tomorrow?
Yeah, well.
What's the matter, Jimmy?
I'm just surprised. How many of us were there that there weren't six heads clunking, picking up the same thought?
Picking up the same thought.
Clunk.
Here's the story.
Oh. Instead of calling in sick, some supporters of same-sex marriage will be calling in gay Wednesday. Organizers of A Day Without a Gay hope to show the impact gays and lesbians have on the...
How do you call in gay, by the way? Because, we've all called in sick with the sick voice. How do you call in gay?
Yeah, when you call up, it's like, you do that.
Yeah, boss. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I don't know. I woke up. I woke up and I just want, man, I don't get it. I'm gay today. I'm a little gay. I might not be as gay tomorrow. If I'm not feeling as gay, I'll come in tomorrow. But, just count on me being gay today. I'm not going to make it in.
Here's how you disguise your voice if you're calling in gay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. You can all do the sick voice. Can you do the gay voice to call in gay?
And then the person that comes into the, or just isn't feeling well and doesn't go to the office and then comes in the next day and gets the people that are like, I think it's so brave what you did yesterday. And you're like, what?
What did I do?
Calling in like that.
Oh, it's okay.
Not coming in.
We don't have to discuss it.
Yeah. Being gay is a good thing. Wait a minute. I'm not. No, it's by not coming in, you showed people. A lot of people have been talking and, you've confirmed their beliefs that, what? I'm gay?
Oh, my God. How many people are running to Dwayne Reed to get some echinacea right now?
Yeah.
To make sure.
I need some emergency.
Well.
Emergency.
We're out of emergent ock.
And I hate that emergent V.
Well, here's the rest of the story.
Without a Gay hope to show the impact gays and lesbians have on the U.S. economy. They're encouraging people to perform volunteer work and refrain from spending money all day. The idea is in protest of California's Proposition 8, which reversed this year's state Supreme Court decision allowing gay marriage.
How effective do you think this will be? None effective.
What do they say? Like 10% of the population? Something like that? So...
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
But that's people that are probably, a lot of them don't, they don't...
Too sick to work?
Or they don't say they're gay, They don't say they're gay.
I'm sure a lot of straight people will, jump on this, though, tomorrow, too.
You're just going to see a lot of people on Thursday walking around with horrible haircuts. It's like, where'd you go yesterday? Bah! The place is usually pretty good, but someone cut my hair and they really effed it up.
I think we got to make announcements all day.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't call in sick tomorrow if you're straight. And make sure you don't get your hair cut tomorrow.
Don't have anyone come over your house to decorate or hang curtains or anything. The curtain rod's all crooked. The colors don't match.
Good thing they didn't do this on Sunday morning. There'd be a bunch of people just sitting around. When's Mass supposed to start? There's no one here.
I feel bad for everybody that bought a Broadway ticket for tomorrow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of union guys. Well,
just sweeping the stage. Right. What do you want?
Right.
Well, that's good. Well, Godspeed. More power to you. A lot of people try these things, though. Let's show how much we contribute to the economy, and we won't show up, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I know they always try to get the African-American population to do that. Don't spend any money. Don't go to work. And no one notices. For whatever reasons.
One stupid day. I mean,
yeah.
You want to have an effect, I guess you'd have to do it for a long time, right?
Yeah.
These one-day boycotts never work.
Good for you, you gays.
Yeah, Godspeed.
Yeah. Be gay. That is a pretty bold thing to do, though. You're gay, and no one knows it, and you're like, I took off. Why? I'm gay. I would, something? I enjoy a good day off that I might just call in gay. I really do enjoy sleeping in, man. Yeah, I got the gay. A little bit of the gay today. I'm feeling just a little gay. Like, I feel gayness starting up, so I think I better take the day off or I might get full gay.
And you don't want to get full gay.
No, I just got like a little gay.
If you have a little sniffle gay, you're all right.
Yeah, it's like the sniffles.
Because that goes away.
The sniffles.
Oh, wow. So there you go. A little announcement for the straight people.
Yeah, watch yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, don't call in sick tomorrow. Don't we have like some kind of gay song we could play for everybody today? What do we got in the old computer there? It's raining men, my God.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Of course.
I like walking around trying to catch raindrops in my mouth when it's raining. Look, I could catch rain on my tongue. Is it? It sounds all nice on the outside, but imagine being crushed by men just falling from the sky. It's literally raining men. This isn't good. People are dying out there.
How strong your umbrella would have to be.
Yeah.
The best part of this song, these pigs that sing this song didn't have a chance at getting any action.
Dude, the video.
Who sang this effing song?
The Weather Girls.
The Weather Girls, right. Where are the Weather Girls? That's right. They are the biggest pigs.
The video for this is so dated and hysterically funny to watch because it's so god-awful.
Right.
Little tie-in to this song. Might as well keep the song going.
Sure.
Story in San Francisco. A gentleman walks out to his car. Little white, sporty little number. And there's a giant hole in the windshield.
Wow.
Giant. The whole passenger side windshield, there's a hole in it. And there's blood everywhere in his car. Now, if you walk up to that, what the hell are you thinking? What happened here? Something, a construction accident, something must have happened. But he had a note under his windshield wiper. This is in San Francisco. And it said, Mike, there had been an event. A gentleman had fallen from the building and crashed through your windshield. He also has AIDS.
Holy yes.
So the guy's got this giant hole in the windshield, blood all over the car, and it was from somebody that might have jumped or fallen from his building, crashed right through his windshield, and there was blood everywhere. And they said he has AIDS.
Is this an urban legend?
I saw the pictures in the...
Where did you find this story?
Online. I think it was on...
I read 3 or 4 papers
Fark.
In the morning like yourself.
But it was a link to a newspaper, San Francisco.
Well, Fark is usually pretty on the up and up.
Yeah, for the most part.
So what do you do? You don't get back in the car.
It's called abandoning your vehicle.
Right.
I've done it a few times as a youth. Usually you take the plates off, but I wouldn't even do it at that point.
Hell no.
I would just kind of just leave the car there. Hey, whatever happens to it.
Yeah.
You would think a biohazard crew would have to come in and hose that down, but...
Well, you're probably in no danger once the blood hits the air anyway, but it's still just the idea of it.
Yeah?
Well, who's going to take the chance?
Well, it was raining men in Frisco.
It sure was. Hey, a nice tie-in.
for your windshield wiper to take care of.
By the way, so you guys could enjoy, could you show the picture of these pigs that sing this song?
Ah, look at that.
Look, I mean, I could be honest with a bunch of the guys out there who doesn't enjoy a fatty every once in a while, but this is just who.
Looks like before the man storm broke out, it was raining Krispy Kreme donuts.
They are just pigs.
The man frontal system came in. It's raining Twinkies. Pigs.
What are they getting excited about? Who's sticking them?
No one. Oh, that's going back quite a ways, that song, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's an old gay favorite.
Yeah.
Like 79. And don't forget that Paul Schaefer actually has that writing credits on that.
Are you kidding me? Who would have thought?
Is he gay?
Well, I don't know, but...
I would put him as being gay.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen him in the
Personal
neighborhood,
opinions.
like pushing around a stroller.
Really?
Well, that's a few years ago. He's married.
Oh, all right.
I thought
Was there a
maybe
baby in it?
I thought maybe he sent the young guys. Like, really? You know?
Yes, they're stump brain.
He's always quick to point out that he wrote the music, not the lyrics to that song.
Oh, wow.
When anyone asks.
Oh,
So he gets a little nervous about that.
it's raining chicks. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It's raining chicks. And then they changed it around and really embarrassed him.
Getting back to the calling in gay thing,
Yeah.
you know, people get days off.
Yep.
How many people have tomorrow off and they're calling their bosses like, hey, whatever you need, boss. Whatever you need, I'll be there.
Could I come in tomorrow and then maybe take off Thursday?
No, Wednesday's your day off.
No,
that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to come in anyway, see if there's anything I could do around the office. I have some extra work I want to catch up on. You don't have to pay me.
The whole world is paranoid of the gay.
The gee.
Jim in New York, real fast. Jim?
Hey, Opie.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a half day off tomorrow. I can't believe this. Does that mean I'm bisexual?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
if you take a half day.
What about the
yeah.
half-dayers
It's the
out
first
there?
time I ever took a half day off. I can't believe it in my life, and you guys are staring at me.
Wow.
I wouldn't even take a lunch tomormo. I would be at my desk all day long.
I work for a Broadway.
Hot dog.
You know.
Oh, I work for a Broadway show at night too, so I'm screwed both ways.
Maybe you are gay.
All right, Jim.
Love you guys.
Thank you, bro. Opie here.
Anthony present.
Jimmy?
Right here, Opie.
All right. Who called in gay today? That's what we're getting at.
Anyone?
I didn't forget.
Did anyone call in gay?
Son Brain, are you here?
I'm here, sir.
Danny?
Brain.
Oh, Danny. All right, Danny's here.
That accounted for. How about that gay kid that works here, Travis? He's got the wife who's a beard.
Hey, Travis
wow.
made it in. All
I
right.
was sure he wasn't going to be in for gay day. Don't come to work if you're gay day. What is it? A day without gay? They're calling it.
Yeah.
A day without gay.
The whole country's supposed to, like, stop in its tracks.
If you're gay, you don't come into work, you don't buy anything, and you're supposed to show that the economic impact that gays have in this country, and that kind of says, hey, don't screw with us, we're a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Well, you screw with us, you know. Yeah, figuratively.
Like
Could you take some of that packing tape and put it over my mouth for the rest of the day there, Jimmy?
Wow. And I was ready to give you a compliment.
Yeah.
You said it best yesterday when you said, don't get your hair cut today.
You know, it's best to get those over with early in the show.
Because when you think gay, you think Broadway, you think
hairstylists,
haircuts,
interior decorators.
What's some of those other gay jobs? They work pretty good.
Wedding planner.
Flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant.
Yeah, you're not going to get the good service if you're flying out today, I guess.
Well,
Interior designer.
I said interior decorator.
Yeah.
Executive producer.
Did Steve call in today?
Where is?
We're doing roll
Steve?
call, man.
Boy, everyone managed to drag themselves out of bed.
Do you know what I was giggling at? I just kept thinking of doing a roll call that you were going to call all these names, and then because Steve's not in the room, I thought you were just going to yell Steve and then hit crickets.
Look, Steve had to come in just to show he's here.
Exactly. He's not showing us he's here. He's showing the gays that I don't listen to all the rules.
Right.
Yes. I'm a rebel.
I'm a rebel in the gay community. What about Sam and E-Rock? Did they call in gay?
They sure did.
They called in gay? They're not here?
Sam? Did I see Sam? Mm-hmm. And E-Rock?
E-Rock, are you present?
Wow.
E-Rock? E-Rock.
Oh, there's E-Rock.
All right. And Sam?
I'm here.
And Sam made it. Very
wow.
good.
No one on our staff called in gay.
Stuntbrain said there is somebody that called in sick today.
Yeah.
Or called in gay.
Yeah, Alberto called in this morning.
Really?
Yeah, and he had the real bad
Wait,
sore.
you got to explain who Alberto is.
Alberto runs the board on the K-Rock side of things here. He inserts the commercials and stuff.
Right, so when we go to break, he does all that stuff for us.
Yeah.
So he called in gay today?
Well, he called in and he said, I have a really bad sore throat.
I
and I
bet
said,
you do.
did you forget what today is? And he got very upset.
Oh, no. See, that's what the problem's going to be now, because people are going to go, well, you were very brave.
Every day people call in sick.
Yeah, but we warned everyone. Today is the day. If you even have the flu, you get out of bed and then show your face at work.
I told him we accept him.
Because they're going to be talking behind your back for the next year if you don't. Until the next call-in gay day.
Oh, I'm so offended by just listening to this talk.
Are you?
Yeah.
I know where you're leading to.
Oh, please.
We have a dummy. Can we get her on the phone?
Yeah, I got to get her.
Please.
We have a dummy that called
listened.
Stuntbrain yesterday after the show. This is why I don't think we really should try hard on our radio show, because...
When did you plan on starting?
Well, we could just read from a nursery rhyme book and get
We should do that.
the same thing accomplished every morning.
That's what I do at bedtime. Huddle.
Because then you get people that call and don't have a clue what's going on with our show.
No. They listen with half an ear, as they call it.
Well, why don't we get right into this complaint call that came in after the show?
Oh, no.
To Stuntbrain.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Oh, listen to this, Jimmy.
It's crazy.
They don't get dumber than this broad.
Hi, Mike. My name is Marcy. I'm a listener of your station. Occasionally, I catch the Andy and Opie show in the morning, but rarely.
First problem. Occasionally, I catch the Andy and Opie show in the morning. If you don't get the name of the show right, you don't catch it.
No. And
You don't know the show, or you're deaf, or just stupid. Says in Mayberry. My name's Anthony. Opie's been called Opie since he was a little tyke.
I'm not happy about it.
We're
but
just
what are you going to do?
It's the Opie and Anthony show. I understand it does have a kind of familiar ring to it with the Opie and Andy kind of Mayberry thing. But if you listen for 3 seconds, you'll understand it's Opie and Anthony.
Did you ever have a nickname?
Douchebag.
All right, Opie and Douchebag.
That's the new name of the show.
Well, I backed it up here, so listen to this.
It's not the Opie and Hair Plug show. Shut up.
Hair restoration, right, Aunt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Catch the Andy and Opie show in the morning, but rarely because I'm at work. I just happened to hear an advertisement on your station for the Andy and Opie show, which I think is something that's going to be occurring tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's something called Call In Gay Day. I have to tell you, I find this so incredibly offensive, sexist, and against every human right imaginable. And I just want to express my deep disappointment in your programming.
All right, could I just
Holy.
right there.
She thinks
This dummy.
she thinks we came up with Call-in Gay Day.
I wish we had,
That's a brilliant bit.
but we hadn't. You know who came up with it? Gays. The gee. They came up with it.
This is a real thing that the gay community came up with.
It's not a bit. It's in the paper. The gays decided, like occasionally African Americans decide, or some other group that wants to show that they have a power base in this country, to not go to work and not purchase anything to show that their dollars make a difference in this country. So they take the day off. They go on strike pretty much, and it really never works. By the way, these things never make an impact. This is just you go about your daily business and you don't see a difference. But they came up with this. We didn't make this up, you dummy.
And I just want to express my deep disappointment in your programming, allowing these two people to promote this on the air.
About Jimmy.
And it continues the hatred and the disaster that this entire world is in.
Yep. Is it?
I would appreciate a call back. Okay. I will be writing a letter.
All right.
To the director of your company, to the director of programming.
Write your letter.
Quite sure.
Write your letter, you. Oh, God, one started with an F, one started with a C.
Raising some valid points.
Is she?
About human rights.
Shut it.
These are the people that get radio shows fired.
It's amazing.
I'm writing a letter. It's 2008. Send an email, dunce.
Who opens up stupid letters anymore?
Ugh. When was the day? When was the day you cried in your bed when that hubby left you? Because you're just an annoying bitch. When did it happen? I want to know the day. I want to know the day he just walked out of your life for being the annoying Budinsky you are.
Well, at this point, I would read a nice witty line from Stephen S. from Bayshore, but I'm hearing that he called in sick today. So
did he?
We will not be reading any instant feedbacks from Stephen S. from Bayshore.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
A few people missing from Pal Talk here. What happened? You calling in Yee?
No surprise that Stephen S. from Bayshore has called in sick today.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Here's more of the complaint call.
Of programming. I'm not quite sure what your title is, but
dummy.
Thank you for your listening to this message, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in person because I just can't let this rest.
I'm
not gay, but I really don't have any gay friends. But I know when I hear something offensive, and this is deeply, deeply offensive to every human being. Thank you.
Every human being. How about...
Not every human being.
How about, regardless of what you think of us, dummy, we're human beings, technically. Mm-hmm. Biologically, we're human beings. And we were not offended in the least by it. All the gay people that actually are taking place in this, they're not offended by it. Again, another self-important jackass that thinks she knows what everyone else in the country's thinking. Ugh! God, humanity, so doomed. We're so doomed.
Can we get her on the phone, Stump Brain?
Travis is trying to call her now.
All right, and Travis, what do you got? Travis running in.
Is she at work or did she call in Gee?
There's no answer, but it sounds like it might be her work number that she left.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to keep trying, but...
All right, let's try to get this dummy on the air.
Oh, God.
It does show you, though, what happens when somebody listens to one little piece, takes it out of context.
Yeah.
Like, she's just an example of somebody who called. There are people that, would write a letter and never call.
Right.
And then all of a sudden a letter came into the station. What was that thing you guys did? Yeah. And it's like, well, they wouldn't even ask you. They just put a little file of complaints, and then 2 or 3 more of those ill-informed complaints come in, and you got to...
Right.
Next thing you know, you're getting fired.
Because some dummy writes a letter that doesn't even know what the hell they're talking about.
Nutty as a fruitcake.
That's right.
Oh, that woman. Got a mouth like an outboard motor. All the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what we deal with.
Shut it.
We deal with dummies.
Take your stationery and your pen and give yourself a paper cut and then jab yourself in the eye.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
I would really wrap like to wrap this up with a cute little line from Stephen S. from Bayshore, but unfortunately he had to call in sick today.
Yeah.
So maybe someone else could step up and be Stephen S. from Bayshore today because for some reason he's missing in action.
Stephen Ass from Bayshore.
Stephen Ass.
That's what he is today.
I'm proud of him.
Why? It's actually Gay Shore.
Stephen Ass from Gayshore.
I'm 40 and I couldn't wait to get out gay instead of Bay.
Sometimes it's the simple ones that work, though, Jimmy.
Yes.
Were you kidding? Hey, we got an update on Alberto. It's Calling Gay Day.
Yes.
And we did roll call at the beginning of the show, and
everyone's in.
And we lost one. Alberto called in. He's the board op. So when we go to break, he makes sure all the local commercials are playing and the promos and all that, and then make sure we get back on time, all that crap, right? Well, he called in very, very sick, pretty much with the flu. And then Mike goes, you do realize it's Calling Gay Day. He freaked out. He forgot. So Alberto, I swear to God, dragged his ass in here.
Really?
Yes.
He just showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Is
great.
that the truth, Stump Frank?
He came in, and I walked in the other studio, and he is so sick. I sent him home. I said, if you get everyone sick, you're fired.
So he did show up just to prove that he's sick and not gay, and now he's going back home?
I guess if you step through the door and into her, and then you could leave immediately, then you're not gay.
We stamped his card.
Yeah, you stamped his non-gay card, and he was able to go home. You validate for not gay.
Where does he live, Mike? How far? How far from here?
Well, I know he has to take 2 subway trains. So
what a homophobe!
Wow, really?
Well, it's what goes on in America, though. I mean, you know,
Who cares for people? That's funny.
I don't want to think.
So he took 2 subway trains just to come in to show that he really is sick.
Why can't he be more like a guy like Steve from Bayshore, who doesn't care that, he's sexual preference, and we applaud Steve from Bayshore for not showing up.
It's unfortunate because we could really use his instant feedbacks today, but look, I understand he's doing what's right for him, so I do support you, Steve. Whatever you do.
I suspected he was gay. I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
But it was like, it was the hair. He was like too attentive to his hair, and it was just kind of too quiet and lurking. There was really some kind of like a weird.
We always thought he just liked the era, but now we're finding out some things about him.
He likes blonde hair, blue eyed guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always got like a weird vibe, sexual vibe off him. Like he was kind of looking at me in a weird way. Whatever.
Where's the little pink triangle sewn on his jacket?
It explains his alcoholism, that's for sure.
Well, you try to bury that stuff with booze. It just doesn't work. Just got to accept it. And I guess today is his first step in really accepting it by not showing up.
He's a funny guy. I mean, Steve's a lot of the funniest writers in Hollywood, honestly, are gay. They're very creative. Gay people are hilarious. I mean, that's a lot of reasons they run the show business. And Steve is a brilliant comedy writer, and that's one reason.
There you go. Let's go to Chicago for one. Jeff, your governor is a bad boy.
Yes, he is.
What do you got on
this? You know what? It's even worse, though, dude. When he was running for that seat, his whole platform was to clean up the corruption in Chicago.
Ah, really?
Oh, wonderful.
You talk about a hypocrite, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? My wife looked up online yesterday because he took over for George Ryan, who is now in prison. And I thought, okay, we got 2 governors. But my wife looked up online. Before Blagojevich came in there, there's been 3 different governors for Illinois that have been arrested for corruption. So, I mean, Chicago's always been known for crime and corruption and the mob, but I didn't know it was that deep. And
it's also, you look at a guy like Spitzer, who I didn't like, but what he was doing is so stupid and unimportant compared to what this guy, this guy is like a guy who should really lose his gig and go to jail. But Spitzer, what was he doing?
We should get a list of all the governors in the last just few years and what they've been up to. It's unbelievable.
We got him.
Hey, Booby Man from Brooklyn, he just heard that Stephen S. from Bayshore will be calling in gay all week because he's really, really gay.
Ooh, each day for a place that he likes. Like, well, this day is for the left hand. This day is for the right hand. Wednesday's for the mouth. We got it, Steve.
It culminates with Friday.
No, he can only get up till Thursday if you do the math.
The big A.
2 hands, mouth, A. No, Monday through Thursday. Friday is when he has to put the feet together.
And I got to tell you, your hair plug's looking terrific.
I don't have hair plugs.
What?
And I am still wearing my hat because I don't have hair plugs. And I'm still wearing my hat because the back is, I have little spiky hairs in the back.
Are you going to shave your whole head so it's all the same?
No, I'm waiting for the spiky hairs to grow in.
Well,
I'll get a haircut at some point.
I'm looking forward to the big reveal after the holiday. That's the next time I look at it. I saw it when I first came back, and I got to be honest, it looked very, very good.
It doesn't grow like a weed, but
well, we're going to take a little more than a week off.
It's filling in nicely.
We got a couple more weeks before we take a week off, so I'm talking close to a month before we get to see it. I don't want to see anything. Put your hat back.
That's good.
Put the hat back down.
That's good.
But you're very knowledgeable. This is what I ask you today, my friend.
Yes, I hope I can help.
And please don't cheat.
All right, no cheating.
Cheating sucks for the show.
I'm actually putting the Pal Talk text thing down below my toolbar, so no one can help me. There.
If Stephen S. from Bayshore was writing in some feedback today, he would write something like, I don't know, hey, Ope, check to make sure Ant's hair plugs didn't call in gay today.
Why would they call in gay?
I don't know.
They couldn't even
See, obviously that means that Stephen S. isn't writing today because that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense. It's not funny.
Right.
It stinks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not Steve from Bayshore. Steve is a funny guy.
I'm just proving to the people out there that he really isn't writing today.
Steve, I got to thank him because he did all my window treatments at the house. And really? Just a bang-up job. Yeah. Every single window. Perfect, too. The colors match. I don't know how they do it, those people.
You were suspicious, weren't you?
I was, but he came in, all the window treatments.
Yeah.
I say curtains.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, they're window treatments.
And you were like, well, I know the guy's down on his luck and doesn't make much money.
Yeah.
I know he's doing whatever he can, but something doesn't seem right here.
And then he had a friend help him.
Really?
Yeah, it was a friend. They came in one car, but I don't question it,
No, what's weird about the friend? I've never seen this friend at F.H. Riley's when Stephen S. is drinking his sorrows away.
Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, Bob Kelly, I wanted to spit on him last night. I saw him he walked into the Comedy Cellar wearing it. He looks good. He lost so much weight.
Yeah, bastard.
That's what happens, by the way, Oprah. When you work out and you just don't eat carbs. Like, Bobby's been very disciplined. He looks really good.
He has.
Yeah, you got to be disciplined.
He's wearing a slim-down jacket. And he walked in with like a puffy ascot scarf on.
No.
Wrapped around and tucked into the front of his... dude.
An ascot.
I thought it was a joke. I've never wanted someone to help me tease someone so bad.
Yeah.
I've never wanted Patrice or Keith Robinson as badly as I did last night.
To be there, yeah.
Bobby walked in wearing this ascot, and I just started ripping on him. I'm like, what is that? And he goes, it's called style.
Oh, is it, Bobby?
It's called style.
He so is calling in gay today.
He's a fool. But that reminded me because I said he looked like a pilot in the early 1900s.
An old adventurer pilot.
Your B-17
Scott.
Yeah, Snoopy.
That's wonderful.
Bob is a yutz.
His name should be Scott. Right. Not a gem, but geez, I'm trying to pull up. I'm trying to pull back on the stick and miss this mountain. Wow. I should have called in gay. I'm saving my good stuff till later. I'm doing rope-a-dope right now.
Yeah, you don't want to fire out a good one in a bombing run because what happens is it like if there's something happens with it, it hits the door on the way out.
Yeah, it'll just get lost in the mess I've just left behind me.
Has anyone made the Enola Gay joke yet? Because I was reading some feedback. Well, but didn't officially say Enola Gay.
29.
All right. Hey, Barrett.
Yeah, great. I could tell you what plane it was. Wonderful. Jeez, I'm just a bevy of humor.
Yeah, that's all right. You figure out the plane type. We're just going to suffer with the wreckage you're leaving behind.
I just want to simplify for everybody. Barrett from Pittsburgh.
My jokes are hitting San Diego.
Wow, very good. You want to continue? You want to continue with your quiz?
I didn't know it was Anthony Quiz Day, but of course.
Jimmy, you want in on the quiz?
I love quizzes, Opie.
Right.
It's legendary how much I love quizzes.
All right. And you got to raise your hand if you know the answer ahead of time. I don't want cheaters today.
All right.
I know you have your Pal Talk pals that help you out at every turn, but not today.
No,
not today.
I'm not looking for that.
All right. Don't look at instant feedback. Nothing.
Yes, you can. You can come
11-year-old Jiffy, a border collie dog, can crawl but is too heavy to walk, and the extra 50 pounds he's carrying nearly cost him his life.
Do I have to ask the question?
What is it he's carrying?
No, like, what? Why did it, nearly cost him his life?
Because he's fat? It's a fat dog?
Mm-hmm. Well, how did the fat get in the way?
Of the dog?
This is a high-level question, by the way.
Rolled over on his back and couldn't turn over?
I don't even get this, though. I'm not getting enough information.
You got a dog, 50 pounds overweight, nearly cost him his life. Not every question is going to be an easy one.
Heart disease.
That's your answer, heart disease?
I have no clue. Can't go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm. Fat dog was trying to cross the street and a glacier almost hit him.
I love exaggerated humor. Did I ever tell you?
Glacier.
I'm a big fan of the exaggerated humor. But that's not possible, Jimmy.
Wow. Boy.
This is going to be a hard one. I understand.
Collie.
Yeah.
And it was fat.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have cost him his life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he couldn't get his head up to the bowl to eat? No.
They cost him his life. Locks of his hair are still frozen on the sidewalk in front of his house, where he got stuck for more than 12 hours.
You stupid fat dog.
His belly's rubbing up along the sidewalk, and his belly froze to the sidewalk.
Froze to the sidewalk.
Because he was too fat.
Fat dumb dog.
House, where he got stuck for more than 12 hours.
It is very disturbing to see a dog that overweight, and then to actually come up and see the dog frozen to the sidewalk was very, very traumatic for me. I've never seen a dog actually frozen to a sidewalk before.
No one has.
Animal care providers had to use warm water.
No one's ever seen that anywhere in the world.
No.
It's never happened.
Ever.
No, last time I saw a fat dog stuck to the sidewalk, I felt just as bad.
Yeah.
She acts like it was something we were all talking about at one point. I've never seen the skydiving dogs, and apparently here they are.
Animal care providers had to use warm water to gently pry the dog free, and Jiffy's owner, a 59-year-old woman, was taken into custody on suspicion of animal neglect.
Of course, you dunce.
Yeah. Thomas Overbeck from Dallas writes, did the dog break his knee and ask someone to hold his paw? Man.
Oh.
Did you see the dog laying out there?
Yes, I did. I tried to help her with it on Friday night, but I got bit by it, so I left it alone. She had other people come and help, and everybody did make an effort.
Was hungry, all frozen there at the sidewalk.
Other people come and help, and everybody did make an effort. It's not that it was total neglect on her fault. The
owner tells police she did make frequent trips outside to check on the dog, but folks here at the Sheboygan County Humane Society suggest the dog was abused long before he was frozen.
But you can overfeed a dog, and when you do, that's what happens. The dog becomes extremely overweight. It cannot move properly. It puts a strain on all of their organs. It's just not healthy. It's abuse. That's plain and simple.
Yes, and apparently it just wrote an article in its magazine about how much trouble it's having with the weight. I feel the same about those two.
Exactly. That's a fun little human interest story, right?
That's one of these, thank God that woman, well, I don't know if she has children. I doubt it, but it's one of those women that would just do that to her kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Munchausen syndrome by proxy or whatever it is.
So it's Calling Gay Day.
Yes.
And we had a dummy, we started promoting this or talking about this or whatever yesterday. And after the show, this lady calls in to Stunt Brain's voicemail and left this message.
Hi, Mike. My name is Marcy. I'm a listener of your station.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, I catch the Andy and Opie show in the morning, but
Andy.
rarely because I'm at work.
We get it, barely. You don't want to be associated with this program.
The Andy and Opie show.
Yeah.
She's really familiar with this program.
Wonderful. But she'll try to ruin the show for everybody else. Andy. There's a lot of these people out there.
Because I'm at work. I just happened to hear an advertisement on your station for the Andy and Opie show, which I think is something that's going to be occurring tomorrow. It's something called Call In Gay Day. I have to tell you, I find this so incredibly offensive, sexist, and against every human right imaginable.
Thank you. That's what we were
And
trying.
I just want to express my deep disappointment in your programming, allowing these two people to promote this on the air, and it continues the hatred and the disaster that this entire world is in.
That's what.
The entire world is in a disaster right now?
Because of
really?
the Andy and Opie show.
I see Christmas lights. How disastrous could it be?
Beautiful.
I'm doing the la 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 la.
God. Wish I
Where's
could
the
bounce
disaster?
you. I hate that song.
I called in gay, got a mouthful of la 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 la. Sat down and got a la 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 la.
La 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 la.
I would appreciate a call back. I will be writing a letter
Yeah, will you?
to the director of your company, to the director of
Can we
programs.
give out the address so everyone
Yeah.
can write their dumb letters?
Which one? Get one that isn't fired or going to be fired. They won't care about your letter.
To the director of your company, to the director of programming. I'm not quite sure what your title is. But thank you for your listening to this message, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in person, because I just can't let this rest. I'm not gay, but I really don't have any gay friends. But I know when I hear something offensive, and this is deeply, deeply offensive to every human being. Thank you.
Thank you.
How is
it? Do you honestly?
Even if we made up calling gay,
how
it
is
would
it
not
offensive?
be deeply offensive to every human being.
How is it
You
offensive?
dummy.
How?
The thing is, it's like this woman's not the problem. She's a great window into the way the country thinks, which is a knee-jerk reaction to something that they're not informed about, thinking for other people, and thinking that I'm supposed to feel a certain way about something because of that knee-jerk reaction. Like, it's got to be offensive, and it's sexist. It's like, first of all, it doesn't mention gender. So sexism implies, I believe, gender, not sexual.
Right.
It's like all of these incorrect things. It's just, it's silly.
And we're trying to get her on the phone, but what? You know what's funny? She gave her work number, and she's not answering her work number.
Why would she?
Well, maybe she starts at 9, but I mean, a lot of people start at 8, right? So we're trying to get her on the air.
She thinks it's offensive. And do you think any
Travis.
idiot?
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Travis.
But Travis ran in.
On the phone.
Oh, good. What line?
She's on line 4.
Cool.
She can't hear right now.
Okay.
But I'm going to put her on.
Okay.
Go right to
And
her.
she's willing to talk to you.
All right, cool.
She still has no idea.
All right, good.
Okay.
Let's not do something where we just say hi and hang up.
All right.
I really want to hear
Put her on hold.
But
her logic.
I think you should talk nicely to her, and then
Yes,
let her
of
get it all off her chest, and then reveal that you were just reporting what gay people wanted to do today.
Make her sound
and then
like-
see how she reacts.
Let's make believe it's our bit still.
Well, let's. I want to hear her side, and then
All right, let's go.
And then the big reveal.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Who's this?
this is Marcy Freeman.
Hi, Marcy. How are you?
We
Good, how are you?
We heard you were a little angry at something you heard on the Andy and Opie show.
No, not on your show. It was on it was I guess a promotion for something that was going to be on your show.
Ah.
Well, that would be
So
on
they-
our show.
They must have taken
Yeah.
a clip and then put it on. So later on, when you were listening to music, you heard this clip from our program,
Right.
which is actually, if I may, the Opie and Anthony show.
I know. I realized that after when I was doing some research on the internet. I said, "Oh no, I got the name wrong."
Oh, you got the research done.
All right.
Yes.
So
That shows really. I don't really listen to your program, but I heard the little blurb, and
right,
I was really
now. I have to ask you because I wasn't quite understanding you. What what were you so upset about with what you heard?
It was Call-In Gay Day, I believe.
Right.
And it was, I wasn't sure if this was supposed to happen today or whenever.
Today.
Okay. But from what I heard, it was if someone should happen to call in today and not report for work, the following day, excuse me, the following day people would laugh at them at the water cooler because they would be gay. That was my interpretation of what I heard.
If somebody, let's say somebody, do you know what this is based on? Do you know why we were even discussing this?
No.
No. All right. You were, but you were all ready to fire off a letter to our boss without even knowing where this came from. Do you? I want to enlighten you a little bit. Do you know that today is Call-In Gay Day, and it isn't a radio bit? Do you understand that the gay community came up with this to show that they have some type of purchasing power and to show that they're useful members of society that run businesses, and that if they take the day off, that people will notice, and it shows that they have some power in this country. It was thought up by the gay community. This isn't some bit that we came up with. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
All right, so you didn't know that. Hold on. Let me just keep continuing with my questions on it. So you didn't know that. You heard a blurb from our show, a promotional clip that's played during the rest of the day to get people to try to listen to our show in the morning. And based on that alone, you threatened to write a letter to our bosses so we would be reprimanded with less than 1%, I would say, of the facts of what was actually happening. Do you think that is a sound and logical?
Well, I think that when a station runs an advertisement for something, it's usually, includes all the information. Like, say they were advertising, I don't know, dishwashing liquid or something like that. I can only go by what I heard, and that's what I heard.
You heard it. It was taken out of context because obviously for a promo for the program, we can't spell it out for everybody. It's supposed to be a quick thing that grabs your attention. But to base a letter that could possibly get a show in trouble, maybe sponsors would be upset, the bosses, on something that you are obviously ill-informed on. You don't know the whole story here.
Yeah, but why would you have to worry if everybody knows what the true story is except me?
I'm not worried. I'm saying, believe me, I'm not worried. Our bosses are worried about flying out the door with pink slips. Your letter would do nothing. It would end up in the garbage in 2 seconds because the guys with the ties that would read it maybe 2 years ago and give it some credence, they're flying out the door in record numbers getting fired because the economy stinks on ice.
I know.
And you're listening to a blurb from our show and ready to fire off a letter. It's beyond me that you are going to be the voice of the people that listen to radio and, try to get us reprimanded for something that you didn't even understand.
Well, number one, I'm not the voice of people who listen to radio.
Well, you certainly sounded like it by saying, you were putting your voice to everyone else saying this offends everybody. You did say that this is offensive to everybody. How do you know?
I would have to see my letter to see exactly what I said.
Well, you did say it's offensive to everybody. What gives you the right to say that you speak for everybody? A lot of people aren't, even if we meant it with malice, which we didn't. We were reporting on what was happening in the gay community. But even if we meant it with malice, with humor behind it, you you don't understand it. You still don't have the right to speak for everybody.
You're very good. You should be a lawyer.
Can I ask her one question?
right.
Just curiosity.
Sure.
Anthony has very eloquently explained what it was, what was happening. And what I'm hearing from you is things like, well, the promo should have been more informative, and, hey, I don't speak for anybody. It's like, why not just say, wow, I was wrong? Like, why is there no personal responsibility? Like, you know what? I overreacted. I should have done a little more research. I should have been informed before I complained. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't, instead of thinking of all these other things, you just come out and admit, like, hey, I was ill-informed, and I guess when I complain to a company, I should be informed of the facts.
Well, do I have a second to answer some of these things? Okay. Number one, it was a promo, period. Number two, if I knew these, and I'm going to have to refer to them as alleged facts because I've been in touch with some gay organizations, and I would like to know if this is a true thing because in the years that I worked in as a social worker, I've never heard of this.
Well, let me tell you something then. You know something? Let me tell you something. You're uninformed. You're not very informed, especially in your line of work, if you say that. It's right here. Gays, Nups backers skip work today. The first ever Day Without Gay aims to show the nation relies on homosexuals and raise awareness of the drive to legalize gay and lesbian unions. And this is from a little rag that no one reads called the New York Daily News. It's been on all the news stations. You're a social worker, and you're that uninformed with what's going on in this country.
Can I just finish my thought?
Go ahead.
More stupidity.
Okay. Regardless of that information, the way the blurb came through was if you call in gay on this day, people will laugh at you because they'll think you're gay.
No, the thing is, if you call in gay, let's say you're legitimately sick and everyone in the office knows it's call in gay day and you're one of these man's men and then you call in sick because you are sick. And then you come in the next day and everybody starts going, hey, you know, that's a brave thing you did yesterday, not showing up and showing your support. I never knew you were gay, but that's cool. That is how we placed it in a humorous manner, because don't you think that would be kind of funny that some guy doesn't know it's Call-In Gay Day? He's really sick. He goes in. This is called comedy, Marcy. It's called humor. It's called like some kind of weird position the guy was put in. Do you understand that it's not offensive, that it's humor based on some type of miscommunication that was going on? Do you understand that?
And gays could handle some humor, by the way, too.
If the guy is put in a weird position, then isn't there a question mark there?
No, it's an imaginary guy that we made up for a bit for some kind of discussion that would be an ironic, weird twist of a situation that the guy's actually sick, he's not gay, but the fact that it's Call-In Gay Day, everyone thinks he's gay. Or the guy that is sick that drags himself into work because he's sick because he doesn't want people to think he's gay.
We had one of those.
Alberto
did that.
Terrible.
Why is that terrible?
It's called funny.
People should not think you're gay.
But you know something? There are people that do.
So terrified of being thought of as gay that you drag yourself into work.
That's the humor of the whole thing.
But Marcy, you don't think there are people out there that think like that?
Of course there are.
Yes.
All right.
So what's the?
We're having fun with those type of
That's where
people.
the humor comes from. Do you think that's gay? Do you think
I think it's funny, but that's okay.
Of course not.
No, it's not okay because you wrote a letter. You should just realize this show isn't for you and just move on.
Right. If it's not funny,
but I wasn't listening to the show. I was listening.
Did you or did you not send off your letter?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Did you or did you not send off your letter?
Yes.
Why? Do you realize people enjoy this show, and if it's not for you, so it's not for you. There's other people that really enjoy what we do.
It's not the show.
Of course it's the show.
It is the show.
It
if it's a
was
promo for the show.
Blurb about the show.
Exactly, but do you honestly think our boss is going to read that letter and then get upset with the guy that placed the blurb of the show or the people that did the show? Do you? First of all, like I said, this has nothing to do with us getting in trouble. Your letter, I swear to you, will end up in the garbage because people are worried just about keeping their jobs in this day and age. A few months back, you might have gotten some mileage from this, but I'll be honest with you, your letter's going to get nothing. And it's just a stupid letter. It's a stupid attempt at trying to get somebody in trouble and being so uninformed and then firing off a letter. You are so much more irresponsible than a show that is trying to be funny, cutting edge, comedy, dark comedy, whatever you want to call it. But you, Missy, are probably being a lot more irresponsible than you believe we were by saying what we did, by firing off an uninformed, unresearched letter.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your opinion.
It's not an opinion.
It's not an opinion. Before you hang up, we would really appreciate an apology because you really, got under our skin today.
Yes.
Well, let's put it this way.
We would appreciate an apology.
I think it's due
Marcy,
because
we would appreciate an apology. And
I don't think I have to apologize.
Why don't you think an apology? Why do you think an apology isn't in line when you said yourself you didn't research this? It was taken completely out of context. Yet you wrote a letter. You don't think
was taken out of context. This is something that your radio program put on the air.
Marcy.
They are responsible for what goes on the air.
You should apologize.
You understand what I'm saying?
Marcy,
and that's completely legitimate. It falls within every single guideline that we have to adhere to. Do you understand that? Even out of context, it falls within every single guideline we have to adhere to. And you didn't even get it. You didn't even get the point of it. You didn't get the humor in it. You didn't even understand that the gays came up with this day.
I used to enjoy the Howard Stern show, and I listened to it every day when
and then what
he
happened?
was on.
Then what happened?
Well, then he went to the other station. So
and then what happened?
And then I stopped listening.
Why?
Why? Because there really wasn't. Because I thought Howard was funny.
Was funny, but then you decided he wasn't anymore?
No, he went to the pay station.
And you didn't feel he was funny enough
to pay.
You didn't feel he was funny enough to pay for?
No, I don't want to pay for radio. I really don't listen to it. I enjoy music rather than...
You weren't offended? You weren't offended and firing off letters by things he said?
Not at all. He was a funny guy.
About gays or anything like that? You didn't find anything offensive? You didn't find that he was demeaning to women? With some of the things he did?
You're just a dope.
By getting a naked woman to stand there and throw baloney at her, you didn't find that offensive?
Not at all.
Why? Why?
Because I thought he was funny, and I thought he was an idiot. But
well, yeah, but you don't know anything about us. But you're quick to write the old letter and send it out in the mail. You dope.
You sound like two really intelligent guys. You don't sound like Howard Stern.
You're wrong again.
Can I ask how many? Marcy, can I ask how many gay organizations did you contact?
I think it was the Long Island gay youth community, and then there was the
Cherry Grove.
Well, whatever it was, I'm listening to you now, and this is what I'm getting from you. It is this unreasonableness, and I'm actually glad that you're saying what you're saying, and despite being presented with what you're being presented with, you are still holding on to the fact that you were correct to spend the energy you did and spend the time you did and to do what you did. You're a great example of what's happening in the country. Everybody knee-jerk reacts and then just refuses to take personal responsibility for being off the mark. The idea of admitting, hey, wow, I overreacted, I was completely wrong, is sociopathically unconnected to you right now. Yeah, and I don't comprehend that.
You're unable to accept responsibility that you were wrong in this instance.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I screwed up, because I've said a lot of things. I bat about 500 like every other person in the country. And instead of just realizing you thought you heard something, you heard it wrong because you were ill-informed, and you're wrong. You're 100% wrong. You keep trying to find reasons why you're right.
Mm-hmm. So, Marcy, you should really apologize to us.
No, I'm not trying to find reasons that I'm right.
Well, but you are.
I'm just trying to explain something.
Well, you explained your point. You explained your point. Could you please
I'm not being heard?
I think the program deserves an apology
Yeah,
from you
I really do.
for basing what you did on zero facts.
There's obviously
Well, you know what? I'll call you up and I'll apologize.
No.
When I find out whether or not this whole gay thing is true, because I have no facts except for your word for it.
Fair enough. Do you have a computer by you, Marcy?
Yes, I do.
Well, how about this? Let's be fair. She wants to check the facts. Understandable. It's the first time she's doing this with the fact checking, so let's be happy she's making the effort.
Google day without a gay. Google that.
Google day without a gay.
Day without a gay. Go ahead. We'll wait. It's okay.
Obviously, you know how to type, you jerk.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what's coming up? You got dial-up?
No, I'm typing with one hand.
Believe me, I live like that.
I'm holding the phone together.
Very good, Jimmy.
Okay. Day without a gay.
Okay. You could actually go to daywithoutagay.org.
.org.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Click on that. And this, by the way, will confirm that this is a genuine day that was put together by gay people to show that they have buying power. They have power in the retail community and will show an impact if they decide not to go out and go to work today.
And Marcy, can I gently correct you on one thing? You were saying that, well, the blurb that came on the radio was what you heard, what you said, so that's all I'm responsible for. When you're making a complaint and you're calling people, you're now passing on facts. You are responsible for a little more than that. If you're going to try to make an action happen and take action and make effort, you're responsible to know what you're talking about.
Absolutely, Jimmy.
The show is not responsible to spoon feed all information. You're responsible, if you're going to react and take offense to it, to know what you're talking about.
To do the research, right. Especially when it comes to a promo for a show. You know, it's a very limited time that the programming during the day has to get the point across that there's a morning show, here's what they do. And if you're upset by that, do a little more research. Yeah. Now, what are you seeing on your computer there, Missy?
Well, my name is Marcy, not Missy.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
No,
I don't know who I'm speaking to.
No, it's Missy. It's Missy. It's Missy. I'll have to do some research to make sure it's
we
Marcy.
don't know for sure.
I don't know. You're telling me, but what do I know? What does it say?
Well, there's various information here about calling a gay day. I don't know exactly what you want me to tell you.
It is.
All right, so where's our apology?
It is a legitimate gay-initiated day, right?
Apparently.
Not apparently.
It is.
It is. Can you just, for a second, accept the goddamn responsibility and say it is, for that day, a gay organization that put this together? God damn it!
Their logo looks a lot like the Howard Stern logo, by the way.
It certainly does. Wow. My goodness.
You see how unreasonable you're being? Do you see how it's almost childlike, the way you're holding on to the idea with the soft language? Well, apparently. No, there's no apparently. It is.
Get it off your shoulders. Take responsibility. Take a breath.
That's right. Give us a little apology. We'll all feel better about ourselves.
Marcy, just, a
little apology.
Apologize for your rash decision-making, and then we'll move on with our lives.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
First?
Sure.
Do you feel like you won't be able to move on unless I apologize?
Yes, because you know something, it's all we have to grasp onto at this point. You've done the damage that you've done already. The letter's in the mail. Yeah, it's gonna go to the boss. We may have to explain this. I don't know. But you put us in that position for something you did not research.
And why wouldn't you want to apologize?
So the only thing we have is the fact that you now have looked up something. You find that you weren't correct on it. You may be getting us chastised, and the only thing we have to latch onto is an apology from this Marcy woman.
Right.
Okay, well, all I can tell you is that
You can't do it, can you?
yes, I can. I'm thinking about how I want to word this.
You a lawyer?
The issue for me was not what you want to put on your show or what your humor is, because as anybody says, either you want to listen to it or you don't want to listen to it. The only issue was how it was presented in the blurb.
Doesn't
Understand
matter.
that?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter how it was presented in the
It doesn't matter
blurb.
because you're uninformed. You're attempting to get us in a lot of trouble with our bosses.
Do the research.
Just give us an apology.
If you hear a
I
news
can be as
tease,
informed about anything as I want to, but if I represent it in such a way as it may cause offense, because if it was presented in a whole different way, I could care less. I mean,
All
I
right.
have more things in my life to do than you could even imagine.
All right. And can I jump in here for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Marcy, hi, it's Opie. One of our gay listeners is very, very upset, and they want you to do a little more research. You still got the Google up?
Yeah.
Let me see what he wrote here. Could you put meat? You got it? M-E-A-T.
Meat?
M-E-A-T, yes.
Okay.
It's another site that is explained.
www.meatspin.com.
Yeah, Ant's got it too. Spin.
That's the one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is this all one word?
Yeah,
one word.
www.meatspin.com.
This is showing how the media spins things.
Yeah.
And they get right to the bottom of the issue.
This will inform you a little more.
All right.
Notice that I'm willing to listen to you.
Uh-huh.
I want you to remember this, but
Okay.
You're not
I
willing to
think
say you're sorry, though, to admit you're wrong.
a problem
What's the problem?
understanding exactly what the issue was.
Oh, did you go to that website? It explains it further.
All right, now you just have to spell it for me one more time.
Okay, and there's no
up on Meat Spin.
Yes.
No, there's no www.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Just no www. Okay.
All right, let's take that out.
Just it's MEATSPIN, all one word.
Yeah.
.com.
.com. There you go.
Okay.
This
There
will
it
explain it further.
Because the media.
Trick your friends into coming. Come see what your mother warned you about. Is that the website?
Huh?
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How dumb is she?
How'd you spell that?
Did you?
MEATSPIN.com.
Right, and what do you see?
One word, right?
It says, okay, meatspin.com. You spin me right around, baby, right around. Then underneath it says, Meat Spin of America. Come see what your mother warned you about. Trick your friends into coming. Forums. Meat Spin. Redirecting to the new forum.
Maybe you don't have a flash player.
I'm not looking at Flash. I'm looking right at Google. There's
Not
a number
not at Google.
Hey,
Click-
silly,
click on
silly
it.
goose. Hey, silly goose. We're talking about just put it in the browser, not Google.
Yeah.
Because it's the site itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sites called Meat Spin or have something.
all right. Well,
to do
no,
with Meat
just
Spin.
just
click on the first one.
up top. Just go to meet
The first one.
Yeah,
The first
yeah.
one. Yes.
The first one. Go ahead.
Just click on that.
Because that
That'll
really
explain
explains everything.
Okay. You just have to give me a minute.
Okay.
It's not coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming
up.
Oh, server timeout. Meat Spin is taking too long to respond. It must be overloaded.
Yeah, it must be.
Must be. Thanks,
and
listeners.
apparently there's a problem with saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know something? After all is said and done here, I really do think
you're a dummy.
Just an apology, and we're done with this. Okay? Can you just do that, Marcy?
And what is it you want me to apologize for exactly?
No,
just apologize for the fact that you made a very uninformed, rash move that could potentially damage somebody's livelihood. That's the apology.
Whose livelihood?
Our livelihood.
She is just the worst.
She knows.
Do you
I don't think I. Do you think I have that much power?
Haven't you watched the news? Apparently, you haven't watched the news. People have a lot of power when they just write a letter that is uninformed like that.
Wow.
Sometimes the bosses really take it to heart, and I do believe because you did make an uninformed decision to write this letter, that we do deserve an apology from you, and then we can move on, Marcy. That's all.
If you were not promoting anti-gay bias, then I apologize.
Not accepted!
Go screw!
Yeah, Marcy.
Let it be known, we were heading toward a brilliant bit, and two things happened.
Yeah, two things went on there.
The dumb listeners had to go check it out for themselves.
Yeah, you listeners are a bunch of dummies.
Which slowed down the internet for that fine website.
Yeah.
And then we got the company here, dumping out of the website address.
Because they didn't want us saying it on the air. Why? As much. Oh, who knows? What's going to happen? Shut up.
We were this close to brilliance, and we got messed up on a couple levels there.
They heard it on Sirius XM.
Oh, boy, did they.
That thing just spinning around on her... I'm cursing now. That thing just spinning around on her computer like a propeller would have just been gold. Would have been golden.
Yeah, but too much traffic. Thanks. Listeners blowing up our show. We appreciate that.
What an idiot! And let me just explain to the listeners out there. That is
comedy.
That picture from that website. We're watching it now. It's just hysterical. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's comedy at its best.
That shows you what we have to deal with. A lot. Doing this kind of radio.
Yeah.
People that are just talking out their crack. They have no idea what the show is about, what a segment was about, what the real news is, what we're goofing on, and then they fire off inflammatory letters to our bosses. Ugh, go screw.
I broke a knuckle, too. I punched the microphone really hard. Because people like that just frustrate the hell out of me.
They're frustrating, but it's like it's actually good to listen to them because you're seeing
themselves.
But the inability...
Yeah.
The stubbornness, the desperate need to be heard stubbornness of I'm wrong, I shouldn't have done that, is impossible for people. And that's why that's why I must get fired. That's why so many shows get yanked off the air. It is because of the public. That's the mentality of the public.
They're uninformed. And a lot of these people, if there's one person like her that hears something out of context or whatever, fires off a letter, just think if she belonged or knew an organization, that then she would tell these people the wrong thing, and they send form letters to the bosses. So now the bosses and the FCC and everyone else are getting a bunch of letters from people that never heard it and just heard this woman's side of it, which is completely wrong. That's what happens to people in radio, and that's why they get fired.
Absolutely.
Morons like Marcy.
And the fact that the bosses are even dumber because the bosses accept the form letters. The bosses know better. They know better, and they accept the form letters. So they're truly dummies.
Thank God we're at a point where they just have to worry about getting tossed out the goddamn door, that they're not putting any credence into these
And it's important
letters.
to say that Marcy is big time the minority. Oh. But unfortunately, they have a lot of power at times.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Let's go to Jack in Maryland. Jack?
Hey, guys. First, I just wanted to say, Jimmy, I took my boyfriend and two of our lesbian friends to your late show on Friday, and they all loved it.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Very cool.
And then there was some ass sex afterwards, I'm sure. That's great. Gay guys are so lucky.
Hey, Jack, I know we confused the issue here on the show, but we definitely support the gay, so...
I know. I've
you
been
keep being
listening to you
gay.
guys since 2001, and I've never once been offended by anything you said.
Don't go turning straight.
Yeah, we need our gays to listen to this show.
I know how you gay guys sometimes, double dip.
But I just wanted to thank you guys for saying something to that bitch Marcy, because it really pissed me off that she was speaking up for us when I'm not offended by you guys at all.
Hey, we'll speak up for you homos whenever you need it. We're here for you.
Absolutely.
We're a fan of Anthony, thanks.
We're a fan of the queer.
Yeah. You could explain your deviance to the Lord someday.
That's right. You're on your own when it comes to that, but we'll help you out as you're on Earth here.
What's your last name? Offman?
What's his first name?
Jack.
See,
Jack Offman.
Oh.
That's simple but effective for a queer joke.
I wanted to tell Marcy that she's got to understand that gays have a sense of humor too.
They got to.
I think they would appreciate what we were kind of doing with that whole, calling
they
gay
do.
thing.
It's right and wrong. They have no sense of.
How do you not have a sense of humor when there's balls on the bridge of your nose?
Absolutely.
Make little googly eyes with them.
Just so much you can do with that, right?
You gays get to have so much fun.
All right, listen, we got to be men now because we got Dana White on the phone there.
I know. I don't like taking calls about man-on-man sex and going to Dana. It feels silly.
Hey, Jack, thanks.
Thanks, guys. Later.
All right, Jack. Thank you, man.
All right. Stephen S. from Bayshore, but this is a fake Stephen S. from Bayshore.
What?
Yeah, someone's trying to trick us today. We all know that Stephen S. from Bayshore called in
gay
today.
Yeah.
And there's someone trying to play the part of Stephen S. from Bayshore, but we're smarter than that.
Imposter.
We are smarter than that. This fake Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, "Good news, Ope. I've had my fill of man-ass today, so I'm back to work. Thanks for the support."
Oh.
No.
We know he hasn't had his fill of man-ass,
Of course.
first of all.
Of course not.
That's a dead giveaway.
And by the way, there's no queers at F.H. Riley, Stephen S. He just kind of hangs out at the bar hoping and hoping and hoping.
Hi. Buy you a drink? Ugh. Two deep voices talking. So you come here a lot? Yeah. I like this place. It's right here in the heart of Huntington Village. Can I get you something? Well, drinking a Cosmopolitan, same thing. We'll get two. Could you stir mine with your cock, please?